Hello, and welcome back to another video. This time, I show you how I made this small Snufkin diorama from scratch. I started by drawing this quick template to get a sense of the scale and also to use as a guide to make the armature wire. The wire is then bulked out with aluminum foil. Now I have a good foundation for the sculpt. I use Fimo clay on this figure, but I guess you can use any type you prefer. I won't judge you. I gnaw the clay until it's soft, which took a long time because this was some old hard clay. I cut triangles and shape them into ear-ish shapes. I have always loved the design of the Moomin characters, especially their noses. I didn't judge you for your clay choice, so I expect you not to judge me for my fondness of their noses. After attaching the nose and the hair, I must say I don't like this at all. But stick with me, it will be better. Just because it took a long time to make does not mean it looks good. Just let those wise words sink in. I'm going to take a break from the hair and focus on other parts of the build, like the face and hat. This reminds me of the sorting hat. What house do you think Snufkin would be sorted into? Let me know in the comments. It's Ravenclaw. Before I stick the clay in the oven, I brush the surface with isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the fingerprints. And just like that, the parts are out of the oven, and yeah, it's slowly looking a bit better. I just need to cut this paper into strips. I've used wigs and feathers for hair before, but this is my first time trying paper. The Moomins are cartoony characters and I want to try something new in every build, so why not? This was a bit messy, but luckily most of the hair and hot glue will be hidden under the hat, so I don't have to worry about how it looks on top. The tips, however, will be visible, so I trimmed them a bit. The clay body is just an insinuation of the form and has no texture to it, so I'm going to cover it with fabric. You know, just like clothes. White fabric is nice because it can easily be colored with water and acrylic paint. Hat gets a base coat of green, and then it's time to make the fabric rigid by soaking it in watered down Mod Podge. The water glue mix seeps into the fabric a lot better with a spray of isopropyl alcohol first. While this is drying, let's start working on my favorite part of any build, the base. I want Snufkin to lean against a fallen tree trunk, and at this scale, an empty tissue paper roll fits nicely. I don't want it to look perfectly round, so I cover it in paper and glue, much like how I made the skin on my Monster Bash monster. When that's dry, I cut the ends to fit the diorama base. Then cover it in Liquitex crackle paint. Now, look at this awesome time-lapse. Let's cover up the ugly pink foam by mixing plaster, water, plaster, soil from my garden, some blended twigs and brown paint. I laid the rocks and firewood like I would in real life, but in real life I would use bigger tweezers. You know what's not awesome with time lapses? Forgetting to turn the time lapse function off your camera when filming other stuff. And we're back. Once the sculptor mold have set, I cut the paper I've used to laminate the sides and use modeling paste to fill any gaps between the paper and the base. The background is lacking in texture, I think, so I covered the log in mossy flocking. The new flocking blend is saved for a later day. I know things are looking quite bad right now, but I hope with some object source lighting that this can blend nicely together and maybe even look okay. Now I'm going to rest my voice and your ears and finish up this build. thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel this year. I really do appreciate it a lot, so thank you. I have many plans for videos in 2024 and I can't wait. But before then, I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.